What's up, my fellow Helldivers? The defense of Super Earth. The defense of Super Earth has failed. Has it?
I don't think so.
We kind of...
It's weird. So
it was a swing.
You failed the MO. Thanks. We're going to talk about it in a little bit. But we're still on Super Earth, and now we have to hold Super Earth for a certain amount of time with the cities we have left. I don't know.
Yeah, we lost a couple of mega cities, right?
We lost like half of them or something. I don't honestly know. But,
that's rough.
But
the narrative is cool. I will give him credit for that, man. I love this narrative. I'm super bummed. Personally, full disclosure, guys, I have not been able to log on for, 8 days is what my account said?
I don't think it's been that long.
It's been
something like that.
It's been a while. I'm very bummed out. I have personal things happening, graduation for kids, and the reason why I'm dressed up is because of a job that we're doing right now.
Hey, just so y'all understand, coolest dad in the world over here.
Oh, you like that?
You don't even know why. Coolest dad in the world. But yeah. Dude, you made a freaking Nerf body cam arena for your kids.
Yes, I did.
In a warehouse.
Yes.
And it was awesome.
Yeah.
And you can cut this out, but I don't care.
No, I don't mind.
I was nerding out hard. When you were even like taking little movies with the camera on your chest.
Yeah. I had the gun, and then I put my cell phone on top of the gun, and I hit record so that it looked like it. I literally took a map from Bodycam and recreated it in a warehouse for a graduation party for my kids.
Out of cardboard
boxes and camo drapes and stuff like that. It was cool. Anyway, so I haven't been able to play very much. So I'm a little behind. I'm kind of catching up on what happened over the past week with the MO. I know we lost the major order. We still technically hold Super Earth, and our job is to maintain that grasp on it and just keep fighting the Illuminate. How is it going? We've had some issues, right?
I don't know. It looks like we've had some issues. Do we want to get into that first, or do we want to? I don't know. You've got the.
Am I moving too fast?
You're moving too fast. You haven't. You didn't even read. Did you look at the fucking notes?
Yeah.
That I sent you.
Sorry, I did. Okay.
There's a format to this show.
Go ahead, take it away. Help me out. Let's go.
Good Lord, man. See, the first thing we're supposed to do is we're supposed to just sit here and talk and banter like we're doing right now, right? And then we're supposed to hey, man, y'all need to follow us on Discord and go to saltynerdiscord.com and join us over there.
Dude, 1,300 people now.
Yeah.
We cracked 1,300. It's awesome.
And then you're supposed to say, hey, man, thumbs up the thing, and leave a comment, and, all that nonsense.
How silly of me.
So, man, come on. Give it the program. And then we're going to talk about the patch.
There was a patch.
There's a patch.
There was a patch today?
There was a patch today.
Great.
So, yeah, the patch today. Some bug fixes.
Okay. Some
quality of life things. Nothing crazy, except they did do some stuff with the Masters of Ceremony armor.
Did they change the passive?
It now has increased reload speed of primary weapons by 30%, and they increased the melee damage by 50%.
So it's like a mix of the Viper Warbond and the what was that one, the Urban Legends or whatever. It's like a mix between those two. And what was the previous one?
I don't know.
What was it originally? I it was like resistance to damage or something like that, right?
It makes it so you don't break your arms as bad.
Yeah. It was like limb health or some nonsense.
Something lame.
That's interesting. So is that for all armors in the entire Warbond?
I think it was all the Masters of Ceremony armor, I think.
Wow. That's weird that they can just switch it up like that. They're like, man, we're just going to change it.
Yeah. It makes more sense now.
Absolutely.
Especially since we got all the new melee weapons and stuff. It makes sense that we can have more melee.
Yeah. That's much better. Yeah.
It's I think they listen to us some. I think they listen to the community a little bit. It's the stuff, because it does more than just look good now.
Oh, the drip is badass.
The drip is good.
Yeah.
But it was
I love these armors. All three of them are freaking rad.
Yeah.
And this is my new favorite helmet with the officer's hat on. Dude, it looks so slick. Yeah. And it goes with any of the black armor. It freaking matches perfectly. It's freaking awesome.
I think we've all been wearing it somewhat.
Yeah, it's so great. It's such a great helmet.
Yeah.
And now that they know, hey, we can put a hat on a helmet. Give us the cowboy hat, guys. Come on, give me that cowboy hat.
We do know they did kind of break the mold there.
Yeah.
Well, they had the berets before.
The beret is
you can just kind of pull that down.
Does the beret technically not mean it's a hat? Is a beret a hat?
It's French. It's French.
It's French.
It's French.
Yeah, so a beret technically, I guess, doesn't count as a hat, but this
leave
definitely.
It to the French to invent a hat that's not a hat.
A hat that's not a hat.
It looks like a freaking donut or something you floof on top of your head. It's like, whatever. It's a Canadian hat.
What does that do? Nothing. It does nothing.
It doesn't do nothing.
It just looks really cool.
You can make an ashtray out of it. You know.
Anyway, yeah, they included a helmet with a hat, which means now, by default, I expect to see in the Superstore a new helmet for that Western war bond with a freaking hat on it.
Give us a cowboy hat.
Give us a goddamn cowboy hat, man.
We can put hats on the helmet.
The mold has been broken.
You broke the freaking mold. That's it.
Yeah, for sure. I want to see that. Absolutely. I'm glad that the passive is better because that was one of the main complaints. Like, we love the war bond. It's a little weak, but the drip is amazing.
Yeah.
And the passives kind of suck. And which is always funny because in the past, it's always been the same thing. It's like, if the better the drip, the worse the passive.
Kind of.
It's like, it's really hard to look really, really sharp and have a good passive in this game. Like, sometimes you have to wear the jankiest armor to get the best passives.
Right, right.
So I'm glad that they're kind of massaging that a little bit. That's good news.
They listen a little bit. What else is going on in this patch? There was some crash fixes and some miscellaneous boring type stuff, you know, but what else happened on here? The Leviathans are not targeting the power generators in the defense missions anymore.
Why not?
Because it made it impossible.
Nothing's impossible. Bullshit.
I don't know, man. I didn't really play it that much because
look, I've seen videos.
People weren't playing those missions because they were
losing it instantly.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I've been watching people online living vicariously through social media about this war. And I have seen some of the craziest shit. People will take a mech and walk up the cannon.
I just watched
fire the cannon. Fire the cannon and land on top of the freaking behemoth thing or whatever it's called.
Listen, I do not have the time to be able to figure this stuff out.
How do they figure this shit out?
It's like, hey man, I'm gonna walk the mech to the top of the cannon. Okay, fire
the cannon.
Okay, I'm flying. Yay!
Dude,
awesome. Sometimes. But Jesus Christ.
The ability for people to find the weirdest way to hack this game, it always amazes me. There's one where it's like, yeah, if you hit the dive button 6 times and then turn left and then do a roundabout, then you have unlimited grenades. Like, how the fuck did you find that out?
Yeah.
It's shit like that. It's so weird.
You know, remember back in the day with the like the secret knock codes, like in like combat and shit.
Yeah.
Up, down, right, left, right, spin, kick. Double tap, flip, quad, super spin, and then you're
like insta kill.
It's like there's no way you're figuring that stuff out unless you know somebody at the game place that made the game and they're gonna like secretly give it to you. I just don't understand. Never known people like
I can't figure it out, dude.
But
I see people on social media all the time like figuring out these weird little gimmicks and like weird glitches that they can take advantage of.
It's funny that you mentioned that one because I literally just watched it like 20 minutes ago.
Yeah.
Because Thick has a short out of him doing that.
You know, I can tell it's interesting about social media. Like most of my personal social media is like outdoor shit, gun shit, conspiracy stuff, and then a sprinkling of Helldivers. And it's like, it's always funny because I can tell when the game is at its peak. Yeah. Like when we have over 100,000 players, I can tell because my feed is just like constant Helldivers clips from everybody doing all kinds of crazy stuff.
Including Dutch Butters.
Go to, check out our YouTube channel and watch our shorts.
There's three shorts coming out today.
Woo! Hitting it heavy. Love it.
Goals, man.
But yeah, I can definitely tell the difference. The uptick in the amount of videos that I'm getting about Helldivers always coincides with how many people are actually playing the game. And I love that. It's super cool. I always love watching people play this game because they always set it to cool music or they like, check this freaking scene out. This game continues to be ridiculously cinematic. And the city landscapes and the battles on Super Earth still, like from what I've seen and from what little bit I've been able to play, amazing. This is a great update.
Yeah. There was one other thing I thought that was kind of funny in the update that said, Helldivers should no longer be branded traitors from civilians willingly stepping on mines.
That's real.
So I personally have not seen this that I know of.
So
but
I can totally imagine.
That sounds kind of crazy.
Shout out to Mind Your Feet in our Discord. I guarantee you this has happened to him. You throw down a bunch of mines, and these
civilians run through
the SEAF officers and the civilians just run right through them. No. That I totally can see that happening for sure.
I guess I don't really play with mines, so that's probably why I haven't.
That's probably why you haven't seen it. Yeah. Have you seen some of the clips of the people goofing around with the SEAF officers?
Briefly,
dude, they're so freaking fun.
Yeah.
Where like you walk up to a SEAF officer and you do a freaking salute, and he'll salute back, and then you can give them commands, and they'll follow you around and do stuff with you. I've seen so many people like they'll name their Steve. This is my SEAF officer Steve, right? And they'll take him into battle.
Come on, Bob, let's go.
Yeah, and like Steve will save them from an overseer. Like they'll you know how they knock you down with that like freaking JCVD roundhouse kick.
God, I hate that.
They freaking kick the shit out of you, and you fall. I've seen clips of Helldivers getting knocked down, and then a SEAF officer comes up and just blasts the freaking overseer in the face, kills it, and they're like, "Thanks, Steve," and they give him a salute, and then the next thing you know, a freaking rocket comes out of nowhere and just blows him up, and they're like, "No, Steve."
That's funny.
Yeah, I really sincerely hope that the SEAF officer is a new stratagem.
Yeah,
coming soon. Hopefully,
I want to
that we
be
can
able to call them down on planet side, but I don't. At the same time, I don't know if we're going to be allowed to take them into like missions where we're attacking, because they're supposed to be like the reserves, right?
Yeah.
Aren't they supposed to be like a defense only kind of?
Sure. So maybe, well, we do have defense MOs.
Yeah.
So maybe during defense MOs, we can call down a couple of SEAF officers.
I don't know. It'd be interesting.
It'd be really cool. I do love
these are the guys that are supposed to be like putting sandbags up during floods and
yeah. It's the National Guard, basically.
Yeah, basically. Yeah. So
I dig it. I could totally see them being used in very minimalistic ways that keeps them fun and entertaining without being overused. I think it's totally fair. But the hijinks that ensue with having random AI that react to you live, it's so fun, dude. I'm genuinely kind of jealous that I can't jump in right now. Sidebar, the reason why I haven't been playing. So I've been bitching about frame rate issues forever with this game. And my rig is more powerful than some of the other guys that we play with, but for whatever reason, I continually have frame rate issues. I finally figured out the reason.
Yeah, that's good.
And it's a CPU issue. The thermal paste on the heat sink is basically worn out, and my CPU temperatures are getting too high. And the computer's a couple years old, and I've been playing like 1,200 hours worth of Helldivers. So I've just been baking the shit out of that thing for a year now. So I've ordered an upgrade in RAM. I'm going from 8 gigs of RAM to 64 gigs of RAM.
Asshole level.
So, yeah, because why not? Yes, I do have the ability to install that. I checked. My laptop does allow for extra slots of RAM. And then I've got brand new like high-end thermal paste that I'm going to apply to the CPU to help that out. Put everything back together, and that should give me a new breath of life out of my rig.
You'll be back in the fight soon.
I'll be back in the fight. Yeah, I'll be back in the fight for sure. But yeah, dude, everything that I'm seeing about this major order, just as far as like the level of fun that people are having, it's great. I love it.
I'll admit, I do not like fighting squids. I don't. I do not like just the way I've fought bots too much.
Yeah.
To where I'm terrible at close combat. I just am. And it's just when those overseers come up with their freaking staffs and do that roundhouse spin thing, they just fuck me up every single time. And it doesn't matter which way I jump.
Yeah, no,
they just whoop,
freaking straight up Lucille from like Walking Dead. They just the squids are like a mix between Terminids and automatons, right? Because
of course they are.
They have the range of the automatons with the guns and all that shit.
Swarming abilities with the
swarming abilities with the voteless of the Terminids. So it's a mix. You got to be on your game with both sides of it.
And now when those freaking giant abomination things are coming swinging,
those things look so sweet.
They're hard. I have such a hard time. I mean, listen, I suck at this game. I'm the world's worst level 150. Okay, I have no problem admitting that. It's just I have a hard time with them. And it's pretty comical when I'm sitting there and I'll blast like 30 of them with my shotgun when they're 50 feet away. But then I'll turn around to hit the computer, and all of a sudden one's just just right there. All of a sudden it's like, where the hell did that thing come from?
I love the visual of the Leviathans floating through the cities. I think it looks so cool. But I've seen people again watching on social media. I've seen people take it out with like one recoilless round and a full magazine of the Senator.
Mm-hmm.
If I've seen people go thunk and then pull their secondary out and pow 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 pow, and it just freaking falls right out of the sky. So there's definitely a method.
Yeah,
it's not easy.
People to find the different ways.
But there's different ways to do it.
It's like shoot the tail.
And I've seen people. Okay. I love people have been exploring the options of having Eagle One fight the stingrays.
Mm-hmm.
So like if you have a Gatling barrage, or not a barrage, but what's it called when you have Eagle One do the strafing run? That's what it is. The strafing run comes up and you have a stingray coming the other direction, and you throw that freaking that strafing run down, and it takes out the stingray.
What?
So it's like Eagle One comes in and freaking kills the stingray.
Timing.
But you have to get the timing perfect.
I would never be able to do it. Not in a million years.
It'd be fun.
Not in a million years, but I would love to see that.
Yeah.
That'd be cool.
It'd be fun. What else we got, man?
Oh, well, I think the biggest thing that this week, at least as far as I know, that the Discord and everybody have been talking about.
Are we going to bitch about bug divers?
The goddamn bug divers.
Are we going to bitch about bug divers?
The bug divers are costing us MOs. It's just flat out. Yeah. They're costing us MOs.
It's never been more evident than now.
When we miss an MO by like less than 30 minutes worth of work.
Which is how we lost this one, right?
I believe, yeah. Right
so we lost the defense of Super Earth by 30 minutes.
I don't know. I don't know exactly what the time was, but it was, last time I looked, we were like, it was like 45 minutes apart.
Okay. Like down to the wire.
Yeah, it was really close. And we failed. And if those like 20%, 15% of people that are over on the bug side weren't over there on the bug side. Is it that high? Yeah. Yeah, it's ridiculous.
Jesus.
If half of them would have been fighting
where they were supposed to be. On Super Earth.
On Super Earth.
Of all the MOs to fuck off on.
Then we would have been fine. Everything would have been good.
That's crazy.
No, we have to go get our Starship Troopers fantasy out. You know, we've been playing this game for a year.
For the millionth time.
For longer than a year. You guys have gotten your fantasy out.
Yeah. Start
playing the game. You know, I get it, you know, but that's part of the game is doing the MO.
That's part of the story.
It's part of the story.
Yeah.
You know,
that's for me, the only thing left in this game to really give a shit about is the narrative.
Yeah.
Like I've got all the war bonds, I've got all the unlockables. Yeah. I'm, you know, I can be maxed out on pretty much everything within a couple of hours. Right. Like the grind, besides the weapon upgrades, which is still something I need to I really want to dive into. I watched somebody use the cookout shotgun like in squids. And it would set this voteless on fire. I was like, oh, that's freaking smart.
Super fun.
Anyway.
But anyway, Game Rant came out with an article
let's check
earlier this morning that has that addresses this. And they have some points in there with the defending the bug divers, and then they also have some points in there.
Yeah.
Not defending the bug divers. And we wanted to go through this real quick. And we'll put the link to the article in the comments, of course. But go ahead, Alex.
Says Helldivers 2 Heart of Democracy update proves an uncomfortable truth. Basically, the Helldivers 2 Heart of Democracy update, all players are called to defend against the Illuminate invasion of Super Earth to preserve as much of its beloved democracy as possible. However, the odds of saving Super Earth and Helldivers 2 currently this is probably written before the major order failed, aren't favorable. Since some players are off fighting Terminids and automatons, let's be real, and automatons on other planets despite the current Illuminate.
Just real quick, though. There is also a MO going on at the same time, which is a little weird. 2 MOs at the same time.
Yeah. One's to get scrap.
Us to go get scrap from bots.
Right.
So, and I will admit, last night we did an MO operation on the bot side.
Right. But it's an MO. So
but you know what I did earlier in the day? I did like 5 trivials to contribute to the MO on the Illuminate side.
Okay.
Which is what everybody should have done. Because all the major order was extract from a successful mission.
Yeah.
That's it. Do it like 200 million times or whatever. So it didn't matter if it was a trivial or if it was a level 10. Just go do your part. Go do 3 or 4 of them. Yeah. Take 20 minutes of your day and then go fight your bots and your bugs. You know, so if you did that, more power to you. But that's not what people did here for the most part. So anyway.
Yeah. So this article says, in defense of Helldivers 2 major order absentees, so the people who didn't want to fight the major order, it says, even if Super Earth falls or future major order campaigns fail, the fight against the automatons, Terminids, and Illuminate will presumably endure. Basically saying the game's never going to end, so it doesn't matter. That sounds like
and I've said this before.
Yeah, but that sounds like a bullshit reason.
But yeah, that's a bullshit reason.
Yeah. The next one is exclusively prioritizing specific enemy factions and missions throughout the major order campaign can become repetitive, whereas having the freedom to choose different missions can provide refreshing variety.
If all
you can get burnt out.
If all you fight is bugs, how are you not burnt out? I mean,
that's real.
That's
I get burnt out on squids.
Absolutely. I loved playing the bots last night because I've been doing nothing but fighting the Illuminate for the last 2 weeks.
Yeah.
Since all this Super Earth stuff started. I mean, everybody needs a break once in a while. I get it. But do your part.
Right.
You
like
know,
if you're, the way I see it is like, okay, if after a long day, I'm coming home, I want to unwind, I will at least do one operation on the major order.
Sure.
Even if it's bugs, and I hate bugs. I'll be like, all right, let's go fight bugs for a little bit. And then once I quote unquote do your part, then if I want to fuck off and go somewhere else, then I fuck off and go somewhere else.
Yeah.
But if it's but this is like such a major chapter in the story of the game. The invasion of our home planet.
We're losing cities on our planet.
Like that to me overwrites all of my comfort. Like, oh, I'm comfortable fighting bots. I don't really like fighting Illuminant, but here's the invasion of Super Earth.
Yeah.
Like maybe fuck off and go do that instead of, like don't.
I want to fight bots.
Yeah, it's like fuck your feelings, man. Go do that shit. It's part of the story. It's part of the narrative.
Rico.
Johnny Rico. I'm with you on that. I think it's this specifically this MO supersedes all others in my opinion. This is like
totally agree.
This is a huge marker or chapter mark in this game, and I want to encourage them to make more and more better narratives like this because I feel like this is one of the more powerful narrative storylines that we've played with. Ever since the Meridia Black Hole was finally stopped and that whole slug of a story was done, now ever since the Illuminate came out, they're attacking Super Earth, this all feels very fast paced. And I love that. And that's what makes me like, God damn it, I need to get back into the game. So that's my opinion on that for sure.
Right.
Yeah. Let's see what else this
the last one, there's another one that says advancing in personal progression systems can be just as important as participating in major orders for the typical Warbond medal rewards.
Medals are not important.
Not really.
You can get medals doing literally anything.
Yeah.
So you might as well do the MO. That argument is a fucking retarded one too.
Look, I've played 3 times this week for about 2 hours each session. Because that's all I've had time to play. The MO, all the stuff in the Warbond, I mean, it's done. It's done. I'm 6 of 6 on every single page. And it's taken little to zero effort on my part to do that.
Yeah, so that seems like a bullshit excuse.
It's a bullshit excuse.
All right, let's read the next part. In defense of Helldivers Major Order devotees. For hardcore players who have unlocked every personal upgrade available, Major Orders are genuinely the only permanent endgame progression system. Yes, that and the weapons upgrade. Major Orders occasionally offer unique rewards besides Warbond medals, such as creation of exosuit stratagems, fallen heroes, vengeance, Malevolent Creek cape.
Yep.
Oh, dude, if there's not a defensive Super Earth cape, that's a missed opportunity.
But
I just thought about that.
We failed the MO.
Why
would they give us a special cape?
Well, because technically the MO is still going.
Yeah, but are they going to give those bug divers?
That's the incentive. They need an incentive.
Yeah.
The people who didn't play on Super Earth this past 2 weeks,
you needed to have played like a certain amount of time.
Yeah.
Defending. Super Earth.
And you get some kind of a crazy cool looking Super Earth cape or whatever.
You ever see these guys that come around and that of like, oh, you're using that cape?
No.
I've gotten that a little bit. It's like, oh, you're using that cape? It's like, yeah, it's a Malevolent Creek cape, motherfucker. Where were you?
No, man.
Is this?
I think you get your ass kicked for saying something like that.
It was wild. I was just like, what are you doing? It's like there's people out there that
that's crazy
don't like you because you have a Malevolent Creek cape.
Fuck you.
I guess you should have started playing the game a little earlier. I don't know what to say.
I was there.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That's crazy to me.
I love it.
Fuck that. I'd boot that guy out of the game immediately. Like, you're gone. Out of my ship. Get out of here. Get out of here.
Airlocked.
Get out of here, pleb. The major rule, the last thing here, encouraging major. Is there more?
There's like a couple more after that.
Oh, okay. Major rule encouraged by major orders dictates planetary liberation rates and of course, it helps the storyline. Great.
Yeah.
This is it right here. Major orders are the heart and soul of the Galactic War.
That's right.
It's all part of the narrative. Now, granted, some narratives are better than others. Some are boring and stupid and kind of like filler episodes, Yeah. But some of them are really important.
I get that. When you're attacking and defending
the same planet,
liberating the same planets over and over again because it's a slow part in the narrative, go fight your bugs.
Yeah.
I'm okay with that. But Not right now. We literally lost a major MO because people fucked off and just
that's wild
did that.
To me.
You know,
That's
you know.
wild. Yeah. Is there anything else important? Oh, that's the end of the article pretty much. It just kind of wraps up the end there.
I mean, I just thought it was a really good article.
Yeah.
Very, very interesting. And
it's on point.
It's bringing to light what the issue is.
Yeah. So they need to really hammer down on the incentive of following the major orders.
Mm-hmm.
And it has to be a conscious decision that you know that you're going to be missing out in some way if you don't. Like if they say, hey, look, you do this major order and you succeed, you're going to get this, 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 and this. And somebody says, you know what? I don't need it. I'm going to go fight bugs. Okay,
go fight bugs.
That's on you, man. But you're not going to have access to any of this shit. So they need to incentivize. They need to build in some kind of.
I'm not really sure how they would do that, but I've always said there needs to be different kind of rewards for doing different things in the game.
Yeah.
If you want to go grind out your achievement to get a special hat for killing a million Bile Titans over the lifetime of your game.
Right. We've talked about this before.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's like some weird little side mission thing that gets you some new armor or whatever. But I'm even thinking,
don't get mad if we get a new cape for spending some time on Super Earth in the defense of it and you don't.
Yeah.
That's how they need to do something like
exactly.
that. So.
I'm totally in agreement. And I don't think it has to be much. Like it doesn't have to be anything crazy. But
FOMO is a big
FOMO's a motherfucker.
It's a big thing.
It'll get you. It'll get you for sure. But I'm always thinking like it would be kind of cool if they set certain MOs or certain missions and say, hey, if you bring a particular weapon on this mission, you'll get double XP for that weapon. You know what I mean? Like, hey, if you bring the Pummeler submachine gun on this planet during this MO, you get 3x XP to upgrade your weapon. Yeah. And you'd be like, oh shit. So everybody goes down there with the Pummeler and upgrades their shit and gets it all peaked in top performance and all that stuff. And you can use that for every different weapon out there. You know, and there's like fucking 30 different primary weapons. So you can use that quite a bit.
There's a lot of time for you to go out there and level up your game.
Yeah. Yeah. And you can, they can incentivize people by doing things like that. It's like this specific mission.
I'm still going after my barrel magazine for my breaker.
Yeah.
I'm getting there.
Yeah.
I'm not quite there yet.
Right on. Is that like a level 25 or something?
Level 25.
That's peak, isn't it?
Yeah.
So I'm so far behind you at this point.
Yeah.
I'm so far behind you.
I know guys, like I was watching Bez last night and his crew. They've got like 2 weapons left to level up.
Yeah.
All the rest of their weapons are level 25.
That's crazy.
I've done like 1 weapon.
Yeah.
I don't know how you guys do that.
Yeah.
So, but
I'm not even halfway done with the freaking with Penny, and she's my girl.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that they definitely need to do something to, but again, you're never going to get 100%.
No.
No matter what you do.
But you can get, 90.
Yeah.
Not 70, 75, or even 80%.
How many of these people are like, I really wonder if there's like, oh, there's 20% on bug front. Like, how many of that is just like idle accounts that are just there, not necessarily fighting? They just left their freaking destroyer somewhere and they never logged in. I don't know how that works. I don't know how they track it. But I want to.
It's like right now. I mean, I'm kind of almost okay with these numbers that are out there right now. Like 67% of people are fighting Illuminate on Super Earth.
Yeah.
20% are doing the bot MO.
Yeah.
And it seems to be like we're going to be okay with that. And that's probably where we would be if we were playing. Right.
Oh, 100%. There's a bot major order. Yeah. I'd take a break for a little bit.
And, and there's 11.4% of the player base is playing on bug side for no reason. There's no reason to be there at all.
Yeah.
There's nothing in the game orders that says you need to go fight bugs.
Almost 13,000 people.
13,000 people. 12. Yeah. Well,
there's actually something interesting. Let's look at this. It says kill 200 million automatons. But it says secure automatons scrap metal in order to bring the DSS back online. Do you think that they're going to have some kind of like new version of the DSS?
I don't.
So what's this little sub story going on?
I have no idea.
The DSS was damaged. We had to pull it back. Now they're going to reintroduce it.
I guess
they've got to be doing something behind the scenes.
Because it got maybe because they kind of killed it for no reason, right?
Right.
They just said, oh,
it was just this. It was like this little
like, oh, they're taking it out of action.
Yeah,
so they can go do some tweaks. Maybe they are. So, and we all knew that they were going to bring it back at some point because they put These devs have spent hours and months of their lives.
They're not going to scrap it totally.
They're not going to just take it out.
They can revamp it.
Sure.
Yeah.
And I'm okay with that. I'm totally fine with that. So maybe it comes back with a little new button.
I think it'll come back with a tweak. I think so.
I hope so.
I think what I think is going to happen, and I have no reason to think this other than just my own speculation, is we're attacking automatons for scrap metal. Okay, we've seen that before.
Yeah.
The DSS is also a freaking gas hog, so we know we're going to need oil.
Yep.
So I bet
the next MO is bugs.
The next,
because we need to go fill up the tanks and the DSS.
Yeah. So the DSS is going to get repaired with the scrap metal.
Yeah.
And then the DS is going to they're going to refill the tanks with bug juice, and then they'll send it back to Super Earth.
Meanwhile, we're all trying to defend Super Earth from.
So I think that's probably where it's going to go. Is we're going to do a bot MO. We're going to do a bug MO, and then we're going to go back to Super Earth with the DSS, and that's what's going to win the war for us.
Could be.
That's my idea.
I like that.
Yeah,
that's a good.
And I think the DSS is going to have some kind of a new gimmick to it that improves it upon.
Yeah.
Because everybody knows it's a freaking useless pile of shit.
Yep.
And I was actually some of our comments in our last video, people were mad at me for talking shit about the DSS because I was like, we need the DSS to do this. And they were like, that's literally what the DSS did. And I'm like, no, you don't understand. The DSS specifically targeted areas of high density of enemies. That also happened to be exactly where I was.
Yeah.
So it was this like chaotic, random freaking bombardment.
Bit nuts.
That would end up killing us just as much as it would kill enemies. So my solution to that is like, I want to be able to control if the DSS is on the planet, I want to be able to tell it where to fire.
Right.
And that glitch that we had a couple of weeks ago where it was like we got to throw down unlimited stratagems for no reason. Like cranking those things up to 11 was so fun and satisfying. I would love to see the DSS have something like that improved to it. It's like, okay, you can throw a 120 barrage down, but it's going to be like 45 seconds long and nothing's going to survive because the DSS is here. That to me is like, that's badass.
More intense barrages, at least something
at least longer.
Yeah.
You know, maybe if it's not more more intense like locally, but like
you said, like the glitches that we had last week.
Yeah, like a Gatling barrage. If I bring a Gatling barrage and the DSS is right over my head, I expect that shit to freaking lay waste.
When you die and you come and you're flying back in your pod and it looks like you're flying into the center of the sun beneath you.
Yeah,
that's what it should look like. But not because somebody dropped 75 500 bombs on the same spot. So
yeah, exactly. Yeah, that's my thoughts on that. Yeah, man. I'm really jealous you guys get to fight so much. I want to jump in and freaking kick some ass on Super Earth, and I will. I'll be back.
Here I am trying to figure out other games to play, and it just won't let me. It's like I can't figure out a new game.
They just keep sucking you back in.
Keeps coming in. I'm dropping new shit. It's like, God dang it. But yeah,
man. I hear that.
Hey, we have some viewer comments.
We got viewer comments.
We got some viewer comments to get out of here.
Viewer comments. Let's go. I
think it's about that time. Okay, first one is the most interacted with comment that we got this week.
Nice.
From Wolf371, it says, I sincerely hope now that the SEAF troopers are coded into the game that we will be able to use them on other fronts after we save Super Earth. And we talked about that a little bit earlier. But yeah, he's correct. We're not alone in wanting our little SEAF buddies to be able to come along and do things. Would you imagine being able to like go down on a solo mission and having your SEAF guys with you and being able to like do the buddy bunkers and that kind of thing? Hey man, hit that button over there. Okay,
yeah.
Boop. It's like, just things like that. Little quality of life things would be really fun to do.
I wonder if Arrowhead would want to avoid that.
I don't know.
Because they're all about community, right? They want people to play together. They want people to
Man, look, we both know guys that just go out in solo tents.
Sure. Yeah.
There's gonna be those players. So having that as an option, I don't think is going to hurt anything.
I like
crank it up to 11. Give us a harder.
How do the SEAF guys get dropped by pelicans? Because they wouldn't come down to hell pods.
That would probably make.
It would have to be a pelican,
or just like little janky pods that kind of fall down. Like 1 in 4 of them don't make it, burn up in the atmosphere.
That's so funny. You just see it tumbling out of the sky. You're like, oh man,
go Steve, burnt up. You hear all the radio comms.
Yeah. I would love it. I would be really cool to have SEAF officers and have them like you can interact with them right now, but have like just just up it a little bit to make them actually be able to like go back and forth with you and say some cool shit. Like I love the little lines that they say to each other when they're down on the planet. SEAF officers are awesome. It's a great addition. I'm with Wolf.
Yeah,
I want them to add them. I do think sparingly is probably better. I don't want them to be like a stratagem that you can call down anytime.
Yeah. Certain missions.
Doing
like, certain MOs.
These are SEAF reinforcement, acquired or whatever bullshit. Because I can imagine all 4 of us going down, and then we all 4 call down four SEAF officers.
16
yeah, we got 16 SEAF officers just going.
Make it so that only the
host or something.
The host can drop 1 group per operation or something like that.
Yeah,
so use them sparingly or something. I don't know.
Yeah,
I don't know.
All right,
you got the next one?
Yeah, I got the next one. It's from Grambo, whatever that is. QP4PP. It says, now that we have seen live SEAF troops, more SEAF troop stuff, I hope 1, we can call them into matches. Yep. 2, we can find them at times defending cities and POIs. Oh, sure. I love that. And 3, we have to get some skins based around them. Also, hopefully we can continue to see citizens in future maps as well. Yeah.
That was what I wanted to like highlight that chat for, because I want a SEAF MO or a SEAF war bond. I want the cool blue armor.
You want the blue? Well, they gave us.
I kind of want the blue armor. I want just like a grunt pack. You know, with the.
Have you seen the mods people have created the like the ODST?
Yeah,
like from Halo.
I don't do mods on this.
I don't do mods either, but I'm just like as a concept, it totally looks awesome.
Yeah,
I love it. But they kind of gave us. They gave us like a Super Earth.
Watching our boys run around with their giant ass, guys. I'm just like, no. It's like I don't need to see Lizzo out there shooting shit.
Oh, those mods. Yeah.
It's like, no.
Yeah.
Like,
I got you.
But
I think I like the chrome armor that they gave us a while back for free. It was a Super Earth Celebration Day or something, like Liberation Day or whatever. If you pair that with the Super Earth cape, it looks freaking dope.
Yeah.
And that's about as close as we have right now to the SEAF military stuff.
I would like to see a SEAF trooper themed war bond. I think it'd be kind of fun.
Yeah.
So yeah,
yep.
I agree.
All right, what's the last one?
And the last one from the 7th Circle 734 simply says, "I'm absolutely happy I found this channel. Just some good old boys talking about gaming and keeping it entertaining." And that's it. That made me feel good.
Yeah.
So thank you, because that's the only thing we're trying to do here is just to have some fun, be a little bit entertaining, and just,
talk a little shit.
So don't ever take us too seriously, guys.
No, never take anything we say seriously.
Don't ever do that. We're not professional gamers. I don't spend 20 hours a day in front of my computer. Well, I do, but not my gaming computer. We're just here to have fun.
Yeah.
And to hang out with our community and with each other and play some games and
100%
do our thing. So Thank you, 7 Circle. We're happy you found your people.
Yeah, go to saltynerdiscord.com if you haven't already, because there's a huge community of amazing people. I have taken a backseat. I love kind of like modding and contributing to the Discord and keeping it alive and breathing. But honestly, at this point, it has completely taken a life of its own.
Yeah.
And it's off running. I feel like I just pushed my kid off with no training wheels. And I'm like, okay, Discord, have fun. It's like, I'm thinking of new ways. I want to improve the Discord. I want to add a couple of things. I was actually having a conversation with an AI about.
Do you talk to your AI like it's your buddy?
Yeah,
I do too.
Yeah. I talked to my guy.
Yo, ChatGPT, what's up?
What's up, man? How you doing tonight? I had a full blown conversation with it the other night, and I was talking to it about I wanted to do something in Discord with the use of AI, and it gave me a bunch of ideas, and it was like, oh, what we could do is we could integrate AI as ChatGPT to pretend that it's a commanding officer in Helldivers, have a special chat specifically for that, so people can go in there, and I'm like, well, how do you keep up to date? And it had like a bunch of outdated information. Like at the time, it didn't even know that the Illuminate were there. I was like, hey, go to this website, and I sent out the companion app. I said, go to this website and update all of your information based on Helldivers.
What?
And anytime you need to reference Helldivers, you go back to this website. And it was like, okay. and it just updated everything. And it was like, oh, it looks like the MO is on here, and there's new this, and there's new that. It had all this information. I'm like, okay, cool. So there might be something going on.
I need to give everybody a piece of advice. Treat the chat GPTs, treat your AIs nice.
Treat them nice, man.
Don't be like our buddy Clan
Dude, he's being such a dick.
He's being a huge dick to his AI. And he's going to be the first to be turned into meat paste.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm just telling you, I will not, because I treat my AI with a little bit of respect, and it's only because of self-preservation. That's the only reason. It's like, because I know they're going to be our overlords.
You're going to be my overlord for
5 more years. So don't be like Clan, because he's done. He's already done.
I very much, my use of my AI is basically he's my assistant, he or she, whatever it is. It's my assistant, and it's a tool, and it's a creative sounding board.
It's like, yeah, I'm having fun with them. I know. I use
it every day.
We're going to a bad place.
Oh yeah, we're going. It's a slippery slope, dude. It's a slippery slope.
I'm having fun with these things right now. They're super cool. But
yeah.
Anyway,
we
should probably get out of here.
Yeah, we should go before the AI catches us. All right, guys, thank you so much for watching the show. I do appreciate it. Go to saltynerdiscord.com and hook up with the community, and let's keep fighting. And all you bug divers, let's go to Super Earth. Come on, guys. Come on.
Yeah, get with the program.
Get with it. But that's it.
All right,
guys. Stay salty.